The Asian carp are an invasive species of fish that need to be kept out of the Great Lakes.
Well, how do you plan on keeping them out?
There are many different ways of doing this, such as poisoning, building an electric barrier, and even closing the channel locks that separate the Asian carp from the Great Lakes.
Well, for your first point about poisoning, that seems pretty dangerous. I heard with just a little too much of the poison it can be very dangerous. You aren't even allowed to swim or fish for multiple days after the poison is administered. And not to mention the poison affects all gill-breathing animals.
Well, when the poison is used, it is very carefully dealt with to make sure the exact amounts are placed in the water. The poison also does not affect any birds or mammals. The poison is called rotennin, and there is a deactivating agent we administer after the poison is done.
I'm still a little suspect with that poison, but these electric barriers cost a lot of money. Barrick invested $13 million in them. The electric currents also keep out many other fish, and it is very dangerous for humans and other animals to be near the electric barriers. Fishing and swimming is completely prohibited. Plus, the electric barriers will need maintenance and electricity to keep going.
The electric barriers do a good job of keeping the Asian carp out. And actually many species aren't affected, including most invertebrates and nearly all the plants. The carp are an incredibly invasive species that overpopulate. They have little competition and can eat up to 40 pounds of plankton daily, which is the base for the food chain of the Great Lakes. An electric barrier would ensure the safety of the Great Lakes ecosystem.
Then finally you say you want to close the shipping locks near Chicago? You know this will keep the barges out from entering the locks. The loads of these barges are equal to approximately 800 semi-trucks. These extra trucks will overrun traffic, create a ton of pollution, and worsen road conditions. We can't afford to hurt the roads more than they already are.
If the channel locks need to be shut down, then they just need to be shut down. It is a last resort to keeping the carp out of the Great Lakes. These multiplying carp can bring potential diseases and be dangerous too. They respond to motor activity by jumping out of the water. This can be dangerous for jet skis and other recreational activity. The Asian carp are dangerous to the Great Lakes fishery. The fishing industry is a $7 billion industry. If the locks must be closed to save that industry, it is an adjustment we must make.